Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Into it by QuickBooks. Let's get into it. Into it. No, I'm not Inuit. Inuit. So why don't we wail? Wail. But you know I'll never fail. Fail. And I'll hit you with the flail. Flail. You slow like a snail. Snail. I always deliver like mail. Mail. I'm hard like some hail. Hail. And I'm holy like a grail. Oh! That's all I had.
Holy like a grail, I'm a missing cup. Where's your bitch flat ass missing what? I got eggs and chick. It's like there's another note in there that I want. Maybe it's underneath.
Search for the note.
You know those little clam cakes?
Jared. Joe, we call him Jared. Joe who was dead?
The press finds out about these bad clams. That's a bad clam, all right.
All right, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Clam Carks.
Episode 81. I am your host, Jared, in case you didn't know that.
And I'm Joe.
And if you're watching this or listening to this or whatever,
We want to say thank you.
Thank you. But also please like and subscribe and visit our socials. I'm just realizing that I didn't put our socials in the stuff on the last video that I posted, but I will, and I'll put it in this. So please like and subscribe so we can get 1 million likers and subscribers. Please stop playing. Thank you. Please stop playing. Thank you. No, don't keep going.
Dead.
He's got a Spider-Man hanging up. Today is election day, and by the time this comes out,
I will be president of Saudi Arabia.
he will be president. And thank you, President Casciati.
You're welcome,
what
everyone.
What will your first thing be that you do?
I'm going to tell you, if I was president, the first thing I would do, I'd be like, everybody, let's just all chill.
No, you wouldn't.
What I would do is there'd be a lot of camps. Let's say that. Summer camps.
Yeah, but you'd have to go to all of them. You'd have
camps.
to go to. You'd have to go to like Camp David. You got to talk to all
Camp David. It started out as a bit. I sound
fine.
I sound like what I feel like. I sound like if Willy Wonka made batteries. I sound like what Augustus Gloop would have heard when he got sucked up the tube.
If Willy Wonka made batteries, you sound like
if it was Willy Wonka's battery factory.
You don't listen to episode 1. They did a Willy Wonka, but he made sandwiches, and it was really funny.
What's episode 1?
Episode 1, shout out episode 1, very funny podcast where every episode is like the first episode of a new podcast.
I'll be the judge of that, dude.
You've heard it, where they do one, they all pretend to be Joe Biden. We'll be right back. Can't say that anymore because of Adam Ray.
Oh, man.
Anyways, today was election day, and we voted. And every time I go in, there's a guy that is my family, and I don't usually want to talk to people, but he's very nice. And I walk in, he goes, "That's family right there." And I go, "Hey, what's up?" And they're like, "What's your address?" And he goes, "You don't got to tell them your family here." And they're like, "Legally, you have to tell me."
There's generations of people that change. Sometimes, the world changes very slowly, but sometimes you can see it and I think one of the times it's changing is Jared right now. He's now the first of the new generation of his
my family
familial line. He's leaving all that.
Well, my other sister is kind of pretty similar to me.
That's what I mean. Your generation, the kids, you know what I'm saying? Your mother and the father and them and up your ancestors.
I'm the new generation, but I have to have kids to carry on my name.
No, but you could be the first of because
the
they
last.
had kids. They gave
but they're not my
chicken
generation.
Or the egg. It's what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Me or
it's
my kid.
This is the egg. You're the egg. Right now, you're the chicken, the egg. Or when did saber-tooth tigers become tigers?
Yep.
It's you're the first, your parents have saber teeth and you don't. And you're all right, well, okay, this one.
Okay.
This is the one.
But I'm saying I have to pass it down to my kids.
They probably got smaller teeth, right? After they just got smaller.
They get smaller because they're too heavy. You can't run with them.
They weren't just born with no teeth once. Once a saber... Bro, can you imagine?
Well, I'm sure they could still roar. You don't roar with your teeth.
Say you're 100% sure of that.
I'm 99.9% sure.
How about this? Plants. Where do they get their nutrients?
You know what I just learned?
Tell me it.
Like plants and trees don't live forever.
Of course they don't.
I thought they just live forever.
Nothing lives forever.
I thought plants and trees did. I thought as long as you kept watering them and you kept giving them sun, they'd live
if
forever.
Something's living.
Yeah, but
it can die.
But like
baby.
sharks and lobsters or whatever and jellyfishes, they
That's
can
not
live
true
forever. Yes, it is.
That's not true either. You know why?
Why?
I'll tell you why. If you put me in a bucket of water, I would be wet. Yeah, but you're not. And there's not a lobster that we haven't looked at and been like, the only reason I'm not picking your big ass up is because I got too many of your brothers on the boat.
I don't know what you mean, but I'm looking up, are there any animals that can live forever?
Tardigrades. That's the thing that's going to come up. Tardigrade is like the longest.
What'd you call me?
Tardigrade. Huh. Tardigrade, also known as a fucking water bear, kid.
Any animals that live forever.
They don't live
Jellyfish.
No, they don't.
Turpidus terherdimer. Or Turpidus nucurlator.
Well, okay.
It's a small 5 millimeter species of jellyfish that uses transdifferentiation to replenish cells after sexual reproduction. This cycle can repeat indefinitely, potentially rendering it biologically immortal.
It can. We know that.
According to Wikipedia.
Let's say this. Ready? Let's say this. Let's say pretend for a second you have a working brain in that
I'll pretend.
Cro-Magnon skull of
Let
yours.
me pretend.
Let's forget that. Let's forget about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where you're just listening to the people
You
above
want
you.
sex and water,
No,
right?
you want sex and water. They just said it can live indefinitely. How do we know that? Scientific method. You got to have some sort of observation.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Not everything is. Have you ever heard of a proof?
Yes. Proof it.
It's like you haven't seen every number that can come in the sequence.
Just because you can't find proof, just because you can't dispute something doesn't make it true.
That's not what they're saying.
They're like, we're looking at this. We've been looking at it for a pretty long time. We see how it works. It can basically do this thing forever. But dude, it can't do anything.
Okay, then what about like universe stuff? They're like, we've never seen it, but
Not
according
alive,
to
though.
our mathematical computations.
That's a good point, but again, that's a big small thing. I just think maybe the lifespan is longer, but I don't think it's indefinite. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
Because
But sometimes things just don't make sense.
If that's true, then the jellyfish is the most important thing on the
Yeah,
planet.
why aren't we taking their cells and then eating them or something, and then we
Oh, we
replenish-
found a god. Let's cut it up and eat it.
Rich was telling me something.
Tell me
Rich
it.
was saying some sort of lobster or something. We have like our chromosomes are like X's or whatever and Y's, I guess, if you got pee-pee or boobies. And well, or maybe not. You don't need
Maybe
not.
you just got a bucket of Halloween
not.
candy inside you, and
You
then no
could.
one even knows what it is
But
until
I
they
guess
unwrap it.
the lobster or whatever, or shark or whatever, he told
wish I had
me
my phone on.
one it's a circle, and that's why it doesn't like degrade or something. And then I said, yeah, but Rich, why don't we just turn ours into a circle? And he said,
we're
"You can't-
definitely trying to
he
do
said,
that.
You can't do that.
I feel like you could.
I feel like probably.
I feel like you could do it.
And welcome back to National Geographic's
Because you can
NPR.
attach stuff. God, I wish I had my phone on me so I could look up this bullshit you're saying.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Look up
Circle chromosomes. Hate that noise. Hate that.
Oh, I said I was going to set up the old top over here.
Circle chromosome. Oh, did I make it up? A ring chromosome. No. It might not have been a... Whatever, dude. We'll have to get Rich on the pod. Whatever. Who'd you vote for?
I voted for Trump, but it was like as a joke.
Oh, that's funny, dude. Imagine he wins by one Joe Casciati vote.
No, you want to know here's my honest political views.
Give it to me.
Not only did I vote for Kamala Harris, I blindly voted for every bitch on the ballot.
Oh, you did.
Every person of a woman, or sometimes a white name will just like click with me. Mm-hmm. You know, like a Dom Da Da Da. Always gets
Dom,
me.
you voted for Dom Da Da Da?
Dom Da Da Da. Dan Offerman.
Nick Offerman.
Greg LeBarn Gardens.
Who's that?
Greg Olive Garden. You know what I mean?
That was Greg
No, so I
LeBarn Gardens.
voted for Kamala Harris because here's what I think, dude. I like different stuff. You know what I mean? I'm different. I like different stuff.
Ding, ding, ding,
Never had a lot of girls there. Let's get some girls in there. See how that works. Maybe it doesn't work. We go back to old white guys.
We can always go back.
We can always go back to old white guys. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, let's get a Wong.
Let's get
an Asian person in there.
An Asian woman who doesn't speak English
That would be awesome.
and has no political background as the president. And if you don't like it, then guess what? You're racist.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's how we weed out all the racists.
I agree.
And I think there should be more trucks and those concrete elevators. Oh my God, I know what they're called because I'm watching that Gold show.
Acrelevator. Excavator.
No, Jared, you're not going to get it.
Vanderbilt.
It's like the bucket. It's like a escalator sideways.
Sideways escalator.
But it has the buckets on it.
You got to stop doing that because you're making a ding, ding, ding. That's why it's tinny, dude.
You don't have your hand on the ball or your finger on the
I have
marble.
the finger on the ball. I have my finger on my. I voted.
Sloop. Sloop.
How do you, I imagine like
Look up sloop.
You're sleeping and then you just go sloop.
Sloop.
How do you spell sloop?
S-L-O-O-P.
That's sloop.
Sluice. S-L-U-I-C-E. S-L-U-I-C-E. No, the sluice is
Give me the sluice.
Just look up sluice.
A sluice is a sliding gate or other device for controlling the flow of water, especially one in a lock gate. That's not right. What about sloop though? Could be sloop.
No, sloop is crazy. Sloop reminds me of Feifel Goes West, where I feel he's like in the dirt.
Sloop would be a toy from the 90s. Sloop.
Yeah.
All new sloop.
Yeah.
From the makers of Gwonk.
Do you want your family you want them to be mad at you?
Dude, you know what I was thinking about the other day when I was getting nostalgic in midlife crisis-y?
Tell me it.
I miss when stuff was wacky. You know, I miss when ketchup was purple and our drinks had balls in it. You know what I mean?
Fucked.
You don't miss that kind of stuff? Everything was called Splunk. You don't miss that, man?
Dude.
Back in the day, stuff was green.
Come on, man. We're going to play basketball. Well, look what just came in the What? It's like the box is... All right, you know what I miss? I have this tiny memory.
As most of your memories are.
Yes, just most of my memories are like if you just like had if you're walking by a room and there's bullet holes in it and the light is shining through and like that's really and I was like,
oh, you can only see a little bit.
Yeah, but it's like when you're walking by too, it's like so it's just like this much of a scene. I remember.
No, you don't.
That's why I feel like I have partly a good memory because like part of my brain is like desperately trying to hold on to some semblance of a person. So it's like we have to remember stuff.
Dude, I feel like
all piece it together. Dude.
I have a terrible memory.
I have
Rich
a
will be
good
like, "You remember we did this?" And I'm like, "No, I
that's
don't remember anything."
That's because you're dead. You're like a dead guy.
Well, it's because while we're doing stuff, I'm thinking like, "What? I'm gonna die." Yeah. So I'm like, I remember when I was gonna like.
Well, depression. I feel like you live in the past. So like, I mean, I remember everything because everything is past to me. You know what I'm saying?
I live in the past,
I remember
too.
this. I remember this now.
Right. Tell me about
So,
Splunk.
I had Spawn, the comic book Spawn, my favorite comic book. And there was like a play set, like a Barbie dream house kind of thing, but it was Spawn. And it was like these street like setups. It was like street scenes and you would like walk and be like, you know, the guy would be like, like one foot would be connected.
Wait,
You
was
press
it on
the
like a
button.
track or something?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maybe I moved him in my mind a little bit.
Yeah, with your mind.
But I remember my mom being like, "Oh, like I think my dad got it for me." But I feel like my dad's friend got it for me because like my family like sold jewelry and shit. Like so it was like a lot of like shady stuff. It was really cool. Like I remember being like, "This is cool." So he got me this like play set, and my mom was like, "You can't have it. He's too young." And I think I was too young because it was like murderous and violent. Just
Yeah, but whatever. You already fucked at that point.
yeah, I know. No, I was pretty good back then. And then I got that spawned Barbie dream house.
It ruined you.
And I started being able to create in front of me the scenes in my mind.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
Jake Bagnon had a drum set.
Okay, so the word sloop is a word, S-L-O-O-P.
What is it?
It's a one-masted sailboat with a
Yes, it is.
With a what?
With a forked sail.
Nope, with a fore and aft mainsail and a jib. That sounds
A jib?
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
That's
Do you
gin.
know what the word Messrs means?
How do you spell it?
Messrs.
Yeah, Messrs.
Yes. What does it mean?
Does it mean like misters, like two men?
Yeah, more than one. I saw that word.
I'm
and
surprised you don't know.
I saw that word and I said, "There's no way, Joe, anyone knows this word."
You've seen that word before. This
When? Did we do this on an episode?
Harry Potter.
Messrs.
Messrs.
and
Woony, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs on the Marauders map.
Damn it.
That's how I know it.
See, I don't remember stuff. Well, whatever, dude.
Well, I have a paleontologic memory. Everything I remember is dinosaurs, dude. Like a photographic memory, but you have a paleontologic and you remember everything is dinosaurs.
I don't get. So, all right, whatever. Okay.
I think that was good.
I don't really get it. That's
I'm gonna
my
stick-
problem.
It's like
You remember everything, but it's as dinosaurs.
yes, yes.
all right.
I thought it would be worse, but it's better when I hear it. Yeah.
I thought you meant you can only remember dinosaur facts.
No, you're like, oh, like
We're like, yeah, dude,
oh, do you
remember we
were at
played
Six
basketball
Flags?
and I was a
it's like-
dinosaur and you were a dinosaur.
but it's like, we don't even say that. Like, you just, without thinking, like in Detroiters, how he remember.
I've never seen Detroiters hurt. It's good. Don't go, ugh.
He pictures everyone black because he's black.
That's,
And he's
I
like,
like
he's
that.
like, sorry. He's like, he pictures everybody black. He just, it might be because I am black. He's like, I never thought of that.
That's a good
But
bit.
you just picture and everything is a dinosaur.
That's funny.
And then like one day you see a crime and like the cops bring you in and you have to like identify the person. You're with the sketch
And you're like,
artist.
they had really short arms.
Yeah. He was like a normal guy, like short arm.
Tall.
How tall? Like 16, 17 feet long. He's probably 17 feet long.
That's good. That's
He was
a
an
good bit.
apatosaurus.
That's a good bit.
Thank
we
you.
We should write it and record it and film it and then send it to the world. So last weekend we went to a wedding and I had a lot of fun, dude.
Me too.
It was great. When we got there, I didn't even really want to drink. I didn't feel like I had to. I was like, I'm just with my buddies having
Me
a
neither.
grand old time. Did I drink probably a little too much at the wedding? Yeah. Was I hungover the next day? Yeah. Did I have to poop on the side of the highway because there was no rest station coming in time and I would have shit in the back of the car? Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened? So like, what was going on with that? Now, give me like the 3 minutes before.
Well, the 3 minutes before, I don't know if you're trying
Were
to.
you in traffic?
Yeah, well, so we weren't in traffic basically the whole time, and I'm like, all right, this is pretty good. I haven't had to pee too much. And then we hit traffic.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we hit traffic, my stomach goes, "We're on, dude."
When did you hit traffic?
About an hour and a half to go.
Did I hit traffic?
Probably not. It was something stupid. Everyone's looking.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was
I know
like
what you're
construction or
yes.
something. Everyone's looking.
Yes, I know what you
Oh.
mean. Because I remember being like doing looky-loos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you
dude.
don't hit traffic the whole time.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I had to poop so bad, and I couldn't hold it, and Rich had to pull over on the side of the highway, and
So
I had to poop on the side of the highway.
Did you go in the bushes?
Yeah.
I mean, that was a weird answer.
I mean, it wasn't a bush so much.
It sounds like that's
as
exactly what it was.
It was tall
It sounds
grass.
like it was one bush.
It was one bush. There was one bush, yeah. And I put it around me, and I walked.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, it was like Fortnite when you used to hide in the bushes. Yeah. So, and I pooped on the side of the highway, and I think I got a
What'd you
little.
wipe with?
I found a napkin as I was getting out of the car.
Really?
Yeah, and I wiped with that. Was it enough? No, but it
No,
was.
of course
It
not.
was. It was something.
Because you know, if you're on the side of the highway, your butt's like,
Yeah. Oh man, and that's probably the 6th time that's happened to me in my life. It's just I probably have IBS or something.
I
And
don't
it's
know what.
when I drink. Well, I didn't drink that day, but it was the
Leftover
next
drink?
day. I don't know if it's like dehydration or my body doesn't like throw up; it just shits. You all right?
Yuck.
He's going somewhere.
I'm quitting the podcast.
All right. Yeah.
My middle finger's numb.
At the wedding, I didn't feel emotional at the wedding. And I usually do, but I didn't. I think I drank a little too much before it.
I think that you're just you're like slowly hardening.
Probably. I cry a lot in my dreams. I don't know if that means something.
You think that maybe you got stuff inside you that you don't want to talk about?
I don't think so. I Because I can push it down pretty easily.
You think that maybe like one day like you won't be able to push it down anymore?
Well, because I do get like emotional when I see people like living how they want to live and like they had a dream and they're actually living on their dream, and I cry.
God,
and I don't.
love that.
Well, no, I don't cry. I fight it.
You fight it.
I fight it so hard, dude.
Why do you
And then I
fight it?
cry in my dreams. I don't know because
and then I cry in my dreams.
that's the
It's actually not that bad because then I'll just cry in my dreams.
dude. My dreams are so much better than real life.
But it's like because it's a dream. It's like you're like Charlie Brown. You're like wow.
Yeah, exactly. That's the name of this episode. I cry in my dreams.
Yeah. I'm Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about I feel like I can't show it. I can't let everyone
To
know
who?
that I'm my dad probably.
Dude, I'm putting a Breva on the podcast.
That's crazy. I wouldn't do that because then I think my parents would be like, "Wow, we paid for you to go to college, not really, and now you're putting a Breva on the podcast."
Well, they say that a man becomes a man after the death of his father. I mean, listen, everybody dies. Everybody lives. Everybody dies.
Wait, what's? Did you do that on a bit? Feel like everybody lives, everybody dies.
No,
that
it's
sounds familiar.
It
System
sounds
of a
like
Down?
it sounds like
Everybody
Rick and
lives,
Morty.
Everybody dies. Everybody lives, everybody dies. Everybody lives, everybody dies. I don't know. I'm gonna Google everybody lives, everybody dies. see
Google
what
everybody
comes
lives,
up.
everybody dies. And
Everybody
you know what I bet? I bet that the results you won't think about them later in your dreams at all.
lives. I've been getting better with the fact that I'm gonna die though, because I'm getting more depressed.
Don't get like that good with it though.
No, I'm pretty good with it now.
Nah, just like not using crosswalks.
Yeah, that's everybody lives. Everybody dies, but not everybody lives is a movie. Maybe. Nah. There's a J. Cole song called Everybody Dies. I was thinking it's something like Everybody Lives, Everybody Dies, Everybody Lives, Everybody Dies.
Everybody living now.
Maybe that's what I'm
everybody.
confusing it with.
I don't think you-
Everybody sucks.
I don't think you trust in your mind.
My mind.
Self-righteous suicide. Hide. Because angels deserve to die.
Terracotta pie. What's that song? Terracotta pie.
Terracotta pie. Terracotta pie. Terracotta pie.
I get a terracotta motherfucker.
The middle is numb. Any parts of your bodies go numb?
Yeah. When you have anxiety, you're always going numb.
Really?
Yeah. No, never numb, tingly. You ever get tingles?
Yeah. Like right now. And they tip on my middle finger.
Energy drink. That happens to me if I have
I've been-
if I have too much energy in me.
You know,
Do you check your heart rate constantly? Because I do.
well, I'll tell you this. Yeah. My heart is the best
You
part
get a good
of me.
heart? Man,
Yeah.
that's good.
I got a good heart. I think it's all the muscle milk.
Imagine that's the key to it.
got
Dude,
a
if
good
I
heart.
drank as much muscle milk as you would, I would never be off the toilet.
Well, I poop once a day.
Well, that's good
You
for
know?
you. Now, what if you stop drinking muscle milk? What's that going to do to you?
Who wants to find out?
Not me.
Exactly.
Maybe Jazz.
What I used to do though, like I used to just like see how like, when I was getting real scary, I would just, sit there and like do a bunch of drugs and then like just sit in a chair
And watch your heart rate?
and feel my heart rate. I'd just be like,
I don't
and
like it. I want to
I would
pass
count
out.
the beats in 20 seconds, then multiply it by 3.
How accurate do you think you were?
Accurate.
You didn't. Oh well, were even watches even invented then?
I watch it on my phone multiple times.
When I'm feeling anxious, I stare at my phone at my heart, and I'm like, oh my god, it's up a little. I'm dying. I'm having a heart attack.
That's. I feel like if I wasn't such a dopamine addict and I wasn't constantly giving
I thought you
in,
said dopamine. Oh, because dopamine, not dope. Never mind. Go on.
if I wasn't such a dopamine addict, like anytime I'm feeling uncomfortable, I do something. Like if it's like, and usually it's smoking and eating and drinking things.
Yeah,
Like I just like doing different things because I'm always like, oh, I'll just do all these things and then I'll be chilling.
that's a normal thing. When people are uncomfortable, they like, I gotta do this. I do this a lot.
I'm not normal.
That's dry ice.
I'm different, dude.
You're pretty normal. You're more normal than you think. Nah, you're not.
No,
You're either more normal than you think, or you're way less normal than I think. or you're just about right in the middle.
I think you're
I think I'm
way less normal
Yeah.
than everyone thinks.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah. You're like everything I pretend to be.
That's a good name of a movie.
Yeah. Everything I pretend to be.
I'm everything you pretend to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really fucked up. I'm the real I don't talk about it like
I know,
you do.
exactly. Yeah.
Ooh.
I have to lean into it. 'Cause
I can't lean into it.
the
I
drama.
wish I could lean into it.
I like the, like I was telling this to Jazz the other day. I was like, if you died, my life would be the most beautiful depiction of sorrow. Just the most.
I thought you were saying it'd be so
It
beautiful.
would. It would be beautiful. It would be like a beautiful sadness. It would be slate gray and periwinkle and dust.
Wow.
It would be rust and salt and leaves falling and long trails and paths and landscape shots of sky and buildings and corners and concrete dark alleyways.
See, here's what I do. I don't let myself get close to anyone. So now it doesn't matter.
I love it.
Oh, no way, dude. I can't
No,
get...
I don't let anything. Like I don't like. I'm not like I don't want to get. It just is. It just
Oh,
it
no,
comes-
I can feel myself doing it physically.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you're
Yeah.
like You're
I
like
feel like
I
you-
can't.
I feel like
And I'm like I don't.
if I go to therapy, there's one thing or something. I always want a female one. I don't know why. But when I see a therapist, and I will,
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to have me say one thing or something. They'll admit one thing, dude. And one thing in my life will be way better.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
I told you the other day, Jazz, because she always says this to me. She's like, you have to like feel your feelings, and I'm like,
No way,
fucking no, I don't, dude. I have to go to work. But like, she was like, yeah, your mom was saying like you didn't have like affectionate childhood, and I was like, my mom is very affectionate, but then I was like, well, yeah, I guess like. And then I was just like had like this like objective like thought of my childhood of like everyone I've lived with and stuff, and I was like, yeah, all right, whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess my mom was the only person that was affectionate. And then
Oh, I was affectionate with you.
what are you talking about? you didn't say I existed until I was 14.
You didn't exist. Oh my God. Yeah, that's true.
I was like in the background like,
You guys want to know? Shut the fuck up.
shut up, dude. We don't even know why you're even here, dude. We're gonna walk in a group though by your house, and I'll tell you that because that's on the way to the park where we're going. No, but I was like, yeah. I was like, thought about it, and I was like, but then like it lasted like 3 seconds, and I was like, who cares? What? Why? I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Think about stuff? And then also, does that even help?
Probably. No, well, more so maybe saying it and then thinking it.
I feel like you got to get through it rather than over it
Or under it.
or under it. Under it is crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. You know,
Getting under it, you gotta get under.
You gotta get under. It's like baseball, dude.
You gotta tunnel underneath your feelings.
Tunnel it. But I think about it. So I wasn't always like this, and I think
you used to be cool.
I think I know I was not cool. I kind of know exactly when I started being a cold heart. It's when I graduated from college, and I was like, I have nothing to show for this. I'm a failure and a disappointment, and I have been since then. Huh? I did. Lost all my confidants.
So you got it back when you did stand up.
Yep, and then I haven't gone back since. It's a self-sabotaging thing too, because I'm comfortable like this.
I don't think it's like I don't even think it's like conscious. It's like just that's like the way we are as people.
Yeah.
It's like this like, you have to, because it's like you just have to catch it's like stocks,
Yeah.
dude. You just got to make your
gotta
next
catch it.
bottom higher.
And my thing is, I can't do this thing until I'm perfect at it.
Yeah.
And I'm not, and you know what, because you'll never do it because
You're
you're
never
not
gonna be
perfect.
perfect. You're not perfect.
So I'm going to do stand up right now. What's the deal with this podcast? To me
Yeah. So I was
and you?
I
I got a new 5 minutes.
going to the deli the other day. You guys like delis?
Oh,
Whatever
yeah.
happened to delis? You used to be able to go in there, and now you gotta order different stuff on the sandwiches. When I used to go in there was only one kind of people in there, and they kept everyone else out.
What kind of the people?
People that were like me.
Oh, I gotta bleep that. Gotta bleep that one. Write that timestamp down.
Timestamp.
Write it down.
Timestamp.
38. 50.
Bigotry.
Write that down.
Alarm.
Oh, yeah.
Wee. Like a cop car.
Hey, when you play basketball, do you like... Now I can't. Now I feel uncomfortable talking.
Go
about
ahead.
This. When you play basketball, do you make up like stories in your head while you're playing?
Yep, I do that. I do that constantly.
What do you think that is?
It's how it is.
I have a whole story spanning 3 years in my head.
Oh, that's crazy. What are you talking about now?
I have a continuous story in my head. Like it started out, I played as this guy who like he was just good enough in high school where he was just good enough in high school to make it to like junior college. In junior college, he really developed, and he just kept doing this until he got all the way to the NBA. And then in the NBA, he kind of struggled, but it was the same thing all his life. He had to really work for it. And that was kind of the end of season 1. Season 2, you find out that he actually had 2 kids. One is an adopted black son. And he's kind of the opposite of this player.
Okay.
He's tall and
so he has like the natural gifts that like maybe this player didn't
He kind of
have.
has the natural gifts, but he's a soft player. So
Okay.
he's got to go first to junior college where he learns to be like this tougher
More
guy.
physical, you know.
And then he goes to Providence College.
Starts
Obviously gotta
putting
keep
on
it
weight.
local. Yeah, he gets stronger. He goes to PC. And for his first year, he doesn't really... He's still emerging.
Are you the dad?
I don't know who I am. I go back and forth. Sometimes I'm the tall black guy.
Oh,
sometimes,
wait, but is the black kid adopted?
Yeah, he's adopted.
You said that?
Yeah, I said that.
Oh,
He's
okay.
adopted.
He 2 kids, you said?
Yep, and then he also has a biological one who is much like him. But he decided to like this kid. He's very good.
Does he treat both the kids the same?
Yeah, he does. He's a very loving father.
Okay, good.
Oh, this is part of therapy, huh?
No, keep
There's
going.
gonna be something in therapy here.
Dude, how about you stop doing that? How about you stop just like assuming things are behind the doors,
Well, I was
dude?
just thinking about that episode of The Office when Toby makes Michael play like a game with him.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, so your dad used to play games with you, huh? Anyways, so this kid, he could have gone to like any high school that he wanted, but instead he stayed at Cranston East and he wanted to win them a title. So
okay.
he won them a title. And then the next year he goes to PC2 to join his brother.
Okay. How old? His brother's what, 2 years older?
Sure, I didn't really work
2
out
years
the
older,
ages.
probably,
We'll say 2 years older. Yeah,
his brother's junior.
the first year together, the white one sucks.
Yeah.
He like kind of sucks, and the black one's like really good. And I can say the black one. I'm saying
Yeah,
he's
I mean,
good.
you did just say the white one.
I'm
yeah.
saying he's good. He's really good, and he becomes like the captain.
If I were you,
I'm not
I
done.
guess you don't want to give them
This is
names
my
because it's
story.
all like, continue.
Well, I give them names and then I forget.
That makes sense because it's in your head. I forgot the
Yeah.
context.
So and then the next year they win it together, and the one who sucked becomes really good. So then now heading into the NBA draft, the African American one,
Yep.
he's a shoo-in. He's a shoo-in to go number 1.
Okay.
He gets drafted number 1. Wow. And the younger one who's like nasty, he's like really good, but he's only been good 1 year.
Yeah.
So because he falls so low in the draft, he gets drafted by the same team as his brother.
Okay.
Well, all right. So now there's drama starting out. So
Okay.
So he gets drafted to the same team as his brother. Well, guess who's still in the NBA?
Dad.
Their dad. So then
The dad is in the NBA?
The dad is in the NBA. Yeah.
Still?
He's still in the NBA. So then they
Still-
work something
okay.
out where the dad joins the team. The dad mentors them. They have a great season. They win the championship. Okay. Mm-hmm. But during the summer, the younger one hurts his shoulder. I have a hurt shoulder too. So maybe I'm him.
You're the younger one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the taller African American one, no one wants to do. It's an Olympic year. No one wants to play Olympic basketball, so he says, "I'll do it." Well, then he joins, and then the other NBA players were like, "We're not going to have a rookie represent us." So now all the good ones are joining.
This is honestly like that's kind of good.
See, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
they're like,
that makes
"We're
sense.
going to join," okay? And then the story starts getting good. By the way.
Okay, it's pretty good already.
So then they join, and they're kind of bullying him, and he's like mentally he's still kind of soft.
Okay.
But through this, he learns to become like a tougher guy mentally, and he really grows. And then after that, he earns the respect of the NBA. So now they're going. Oh, did I say that?
He already won the championship.
I forgot to say that. So the first year, the dad and the 2 sons, they win the championship.
Yeah, you did say that.
Okay, I thought I forgot.
So that didn't get the respect any. Oh yeah.
no, it didn't get the respect.
because he was on a team with a bunch of other. Yeah.
Whatever. Just this is all made up in my head.
He's
so-
Christian Leitner,
He's Christian Leitner. Sure, yeah,
but black.
but black. Yeah, you can't say that. African American.
Christian
So then the
Leitner.
next year, they're like, dude, this team is so young. Besides their dad, they're a shoo-in. They're gonna win. Well, the older adopted brother is like, actually, I'm like, should be the team captain. I should be the one doing all this because I've earned the respect of the league. I had to go and play, the Olympic basketball, and they're talking about MVP, and they're saying you could get it, I could get it, and then there starts to be some drama. Okay,
So do you like act out the games? There's like moments, or are you just like reciting a story in your head
it's kind of
as you're playing basketball?
It's kind of back and both.
This is crazy.
I guess.
So you think about this specific storyline and these specific character arcs of all these different characters.
Yeah. Well, so now we're almost at the.
So when you go to play basketball, you're like, here's where I am in this story.
Yes.
And you remember where you are in the story.
I remember exactly where I am.
Okay.
This is where we're at.
But you can't remember their fucking names.
No, I can't. Okay, so this is where we're at. Okay. Well, they lose the championship, and they lose in the first round, which should never have happened because the team chemistry is all thrown off because their two best players are not, They're
not, yeah.
So then now next year, they're both going to different teams. But their dad is staying on this team, so
it's going to be a
it's going to be a three-way. It's going to be a three-way rivalry.
Wow!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think that's just how my brain works.
What you need to do is write. Do you write your?
What I need to do is just shoot around and play basketball.
When you write stand up.
That's what I do sometimes too. I'll just shoot around and just do stand up in my head instead of my basketball story.
You're not only like not present.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like not even fucking in this universe.
This is what I'm trying to tell you, dude.
You're on autopilot. How are you shooting the basketball?
Exactly. I'm writing a movie. I'm writing 3 seasons of a show in my head.
It's like one of these things where I'll have a car drive by and ask you what color it was. Like you'll have no idea. Or would you know? Are you also able to look? Do you have peripheral vision?
When the car came by, I was at the point in my story where
you're like,
and that car was actually,
and then he dumped over a red car.
The car was the manager driving by, seeing this guy practicing. Do you ever do that when someone's walking by and you're like, dude, I gotta hit this because what if that's the coach of the Lakers?
Like I hope I don't look like an idiot right now because I'm shooting a hook shot from half court.
But they go in, dude.
Dude, they dink mobile by low. I shoot like an old guy. All these videos of like it's an old guy, like
you're an old man,
but I can't shoot.
It would be even crazier if I had a story going from when I was a kid all the way until now. I do have a story telling. It's gone. It's my story.
Yeah, dude, the story of Red Bull
gives you wings.
Well, can't clip this. What would your autobiography be called?
Nervous.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, dude.
What would yours be called?
Grainy. I just said the first thing that you like because I feel like yours was off the cuff.
It was off the cuff.
Yours is better than mine.
Yeah, I think I have to cut that whole basketball story out.
Why?
No, I'm not.
I mean,
Does anyone else do that? My whole life is like I make up my life in my head.
Well, no, I do that too. Like what I've been doing, and I got to stop doing it, is like I'll walk around like late at night. And I'll create a scene in my head of me getting stopped by a cop and it going wrong and me being like, like I'll literally be like, sometimes I'll say it. I'll just be like you have no fucking reason. It's like, dude, you have no reason to fucking search, like in my head. And then I'll say out loud, I'll be like, you got to stop doing this, dude, because you're like creating it.
I feel like because mine is, I pretty much only do this when I'm playing like during lunch. And it's kind of like I'm watching TV in my head, basically. And it's like, I can kind of get away, Yeah. Because sometimes I'll just work out and I don't do. I don't feel like watching TV in my head right now, so I'll just shoot around.
Or like I'll put the TV on and I'll be like, well, I'm not going to look at it though. I'm going to be over here, pretending to do something. Like, or I'll be like, I'm about to start doing this. Oh, I'm about to start doing this. I'm going to start it. Oh, well, if I'm going to start it, I got to make sure that all those boxes are nice and tight.
Dude, if you were on TikTok, they would say you are neurodivergent. No, they would say you have ADHD.
No, dude. Oh my God.
Do you know neurodivergent is like
is like a Christmas gift for people with no fucking personality traits?
Neurodivergent just means you do stuff a little different. Like it's not like a diagnosis.
Yeah, dude. I believe that. It's like a thing for like
because someone
it's another fucking victim train for white girls to jump on. Choo choo. All aboard the fucking we're different train.
This is part of my stand-up. I'm like, oh, you're not neurodivergent. You just have a favorite cop. Like that, because
That's pretty good.
Because someone literally, they're like,
That's pretty funny, dude.
right? Yeah, yeah.
You're not neurodivergent. You just
I'm
have
like,
a
well,
favorite
because
cup.
some people really like they identify this illness or whatever is like their whole thing, and then they go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, "I'm sorry, you're not neurodivergent." You just have a
My
favorite
doctor
cup."
was gaslighting me today. That's the next video. After they say like you're not, dude. I mean, although I hope to God I'm neurodivergent because if I'm not typical.
But everyone's divergent.
I feel like everything would be pointier.
Maybe
It was all people that thought like something like me would be pointier.
there's no way I'm not neurodivergent. I got
You're neurodivergent.
I'm
Yeah,
divergent.
but also, if neurotypical sounds terrifying, just like a.
Like, I knew someone once that didn't listen to music. I feel
Oh wait,
like
is
that's
that like
typical.
Squid? How that's why he can.
I think that's like
That's why he can't because he doesn't create basketball diaries in his fucking head.
Troy and Abed being normal. That's
Troy and Abed, yeah, yeah. But I mean, I think about that all the time too. I'm like, walk, step, 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 step. I mean, like, why are you like? Am I paying it? Maybe I pay attention to my walk too much because my back hurts. I wonder how much my back hurting. Like, because I mean, I feel like it like splays out to other parts of my body, and then it's like, do I grab things different? Is my touch? And then I'll be like, I'll walk into traffic.
Do you count stairs when you walk up them?
I
'Cause
count.
I do. Most stairs have 11. In homes, most have 11.
That's how
you
many.
have
mine are.
11,
Yeah,
right?
that's like when we were coming down the stairs and Squid was like, "Why didn't you look down?" I was like, 11 steps.
My basement has 10, so I don't think it's up to code.
Your basement, yeah, but 4 of the steps are trapezoids.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Yeah,
you can't be
that's
like
true.
1 through.
I think my basement's grandfathered in though, with the amount of steps.
No, your basement is grandfathered in with the approach at making steps, which is I have this much wood.
And I got this that could be used
Dude,
as
your
a step.
steps are like people writing "Happy Birthday" on a poster. It's like, oh right,
Yeah. They're all doing the same thing, but a little differently.
no, because the letters get smaller because you run out of space.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's not true, but it's better.
What are you talking about? That's
My
like
steps.
classic. No, I know, but it's like
Oh, no, that
janky
is true,
wonky
yeah.
is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I heard a pretty good joke the other day.
Tell it to me?
All right, it was online.
Well, then don't tell it to me.
All right.
I'm cold.
It is cold down here. It's because I had another tantrum because I couldn't find a manila envelope. And I curb stomped my space heater like I was Edward Norton in American History X.
Oh, that hurt my teeth just thinking about it.
I know. The scrape.
Good movie.
It's really hard, but it's like really, if you can like just like run someone's face on the ground, you know? I feel like
Rub
that's
someone's face on the ground.
yeah, I feel like that's a nice quick one.
Ow.
You know,
Like
it's
a
like when you
road
watch
rash.
wrestling and they do like that thing where they just push their arm on you, and it's like hurts. You're like, it's just like you're pushing on me.
Did you watch the Vince McMahon documentary?
Yes.
So good, dude.
Yeah, he's a good
You
guy.
think he's a good guy? He's not a good guy.
I never thought he was a good guy.
I thought, man, well, the way he talks, he's like, I'm just a good guy.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Because you can't see the other ones. That's how. That's how
no,
I know.
I meant by the way that he talks, you would think he's a good guy.
no. What are you even meaning it? Have you ever, dude? First of all, his kissable little mouth.
I'm just saying, if you just talk to him, you would think this is a good guy. He loves his
Really?
son. I don't think that.
So yeah, she accused me of statutory rape, and the funny thing is the statute of limitations is up anyway.
That's
so
true.
You're just like, yeah,
That's true.
That's you know what I mean.
Yeah, but the
And I
statute.
love how they're like, this is before
Yeah, this is
he was
before-
found out for being a creepy illegal creep.
God, he had so
And then the
much
next
money.
video is like, oh, if you guys knew the real story, if you knew the real story, you'd fucking never sleep again, and you never look at your wife the same way.
But then he's like, I do love my son.
Remember that? That's that video I always send. You're like, look at me, Dad, I'm dancing. Look at me. It's like the video of like his son like dancing, and he's like, and then you hear Vince
Oh, yeah,
McMahon,
yeah,
he goes,
yeah.
stop it.
Yeah. Do you ever see what's the wrestling movie with Zac Efron in it? Boy, is that a sad movie.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Nope, not that one. The brothers. We're the brothers.
Oh, the brothers.
We are
brothers
the brothers,
wrestling.
and they're all everyone around him is dying. Everyone dies.
Fuck, man.
Oh, that one got me emotional, but I couldn't show it, dude.
You know what got me?
What?
Johnny Tsunami. I forgot
Surf's
why
up,
though,
dude.
but I know it did.
Land Before Time used to get me good at the beginning. With mom's dying or whatever.
What makes me sad
I
and
vowed
cry?
never to cry again.
What is it that's crying makes me, all right, for example, today, guess how many times I've cried today?
2.
4. Yep. Twice was for no reason. And the other 2 were because of video. Sometimes when things just go well in a video,
That's what gets. That's
like
what
just
makes
when
me
things
cry.
go, like not even like, if it's like a nice, it doesn't even have to be like sad or heartfelt. Like a guy got his food and he's walking out the door and they're both trying to like move. And then they're like, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
sometimes that's all you need.
I feel like you always send me that video of the guy saves up for his PlayStation.
I sent it to you one time.
No, you send it to me several.
I sent it to
And
you
you're like,
one time.
I bet this made you cry.
And I remember you were like, I don't really know what this is supposed to happen to be for me. You always say that. I don't really know why this is even being
I'll
sent
cry
to me.
someday. Maybe.
Yeah, I can't even picture you crying because you're like too much of a bitch to cry, dude.
I have cried. I think. All right, we're good. I'm cold.
Yeah, I know.
I want noodles so bad, dude.
What time day is it? How much time is that? An hour and 2 minutes?
55 minutes. Yeah, really, you talk, give or take 10 minutes. Hopefully the right one wins today. But we won't know by Saturday or something. So, and that's it.
Until next time.
Clam cakes.